The city never sleeps. Its lights may shine bright, but its alleys are filled with shadows. A storm is coming, and no one is ready for what it will bring. Secrets have been buried for too long, and tonight those secrets will rise. In the heart of Madison, trust is nothing more than a dangerous game. Madison is a city that hides its soul behind tall glass towers and flashing neon signs. To outsiders, it looks alive, rich with opportunity and endless motion, but those who live within its streets know the truth. Beneath the glow lies a darker rhythm. Deals are made in silence, power is traded like currency, and danger breathes in every corner. This is where Kurt Russell's character moves through the world, a man shaped by years of chasing crime and carrying scars no one can see. He is not a hero in shining armor. He is a man who knows the weight of failure and the cost of every choice he has made. His past lingers behind him like smoke, always close, never letting him breathe freely. He walks the streets with a quiet strength, but behind his steady steps lies a restlessness. He has seen too much, lost too much, and every shadow he passes reminds him that Madison is not just a city. To him it is a cage. He tells himself he stays because he must, because someone has to fight back. But deep down, he knows he stays because he cannot leave. Madison is in his blood, and so is the fight against it. And then there is Michelle Pfeiffer's character, the woman who drifts into his path like a mystery wrapped in elegance. She does not speak much, but when she does, her words carry more weight than 100 promises. She is the kind of presence that makes people turn their heads without even realizing why. For some, she is a vision of hope. For others, she is a warning. To Russell's character, she is both. She is a key that could unlock the truth he has searched for, or the lock that keeps him trapped in endless doubt. She is connected to the city's pulse in ways he cannot fully understand. Some say she is tied to the crime families that run Madison. Others believe she is working against them, moving in silence to undo what they have built. But in this city, truth and lies are woven together so tightly that even a man who has lived through decades of deceit cannot tell them apart. What he does know is simple: she cannot be ignored. Every step she takes pulls him deeper into a web that could cost him everything. The city grows louder each night, as if warning them both of what is to come. Sirens wail in the distance, car horns echo in the air, and whispers move through bars and alleys about a storm that is about to break. A crime syndicate has risen with new force, and they want Madison to bend under their control. They have money, they have power, and they have no fear of spilling blood to get what they want. Russell's character has fought men like them before, but never with so much on the line. This time, he does not just question his enemies, he questions the people beside him. In Madison, danger doesn't knock on the door. It walks right in, and as the city prepares for what lies ahead, Russell's character begins to understand that the fight will not just be about stopping the criminals. It will be about facing his own ghosts and deciding once and for all who he can trust. The rain falls heavier in Madison, as if the sky itself wants to wash away the sins of the city. But water cannot cleanse blood, and thunder cannot silence betrayal. Every drop that hits the cracked pavement carries with it the echo of promises broken, lives lost, and futures stolen. It is in this storm that Russell's character moves like a shadow, his coat pulled tight against the cold, his mind turning through memories he has spent years trying to bury. He does not walk these streets as a free man. He walks them like someone bound to them, tied by invisible chains of duty and regret. He knows what this city is capable of, and yet each night he chooses to fight it anyway. The streets whisper his name. To some, he is a protector, a relentless figure who never bends, never quits. To others, he is a relic, a man too stubborn to let go of battles already lost. He feels both truths. The city has taken pieces of him, friends who never came back, nights that never ended, wounds that never healed. Yet he cannot turn away, not when Madison is preparing to drown in its own darkness. He can see it in the faces of strangers, in the silence of old allies, in the rising pulse of crime that spreads like fire through forgotten alleys. Something is coming, and he must be ready. Michelle Pfeiffer's character moves differently through this world, where he is rough edges and scars. She is silence and calculation. She does not need to shout to be heard, nor fight to be feared. She knows the weight of presence, the power of timing. Some say she came out of nowhere, but Madison always remembers its ghosts. She is tied to the past, to secrets buried so deep that not even time has been able to erase them. She walks like a woman carrying to life's one for the world to see, and another hidden in shadows. Which one is real, no one can say. Russell's character cannot decide if she is a savior or a threat. Each time their paths cross, he feels the ground shift beneath him. Her eyes hold stories she will not tell, and her silence holds warnings he does not yet understand. But in a city where trust is more dangerous than betrayal, he knows that his every step toward her could lead him closer to the truth or into a trap that will consume him. The city is restless. Word spreads of a new syndicate rising with brutal speed. They do not move in silence like the old families. They move loudly, violently, tearing down anyone who stands in their way. Businesses burn overnight, allies disappear without a trace, and fear spreads faster than the flames. They do not just want to control Madison, they want to own it, shape it, make it theirs. And standing in their way is a man who has already given too much to protect a place that never gave him anything back. But there is something more beneath the blood and fire. There lies a secret hidden in Madison's core, one that connects every power struggle, every betrayal, every choice. Pfeiffer's character holds a piece of that secret, though whether she guards it to protect the city or to protect herself is unclear. For Russell's character, the answer will determine everything. If she stands with him, he may find the strength to bring Madison back from the edge. If she stands against him, the city may fall before the fight has even begun. The storm grows. Louder, thunder rolls over the skyline, lights flicker across empty streets, and the city holds its breath. Danger is not approaching, it is already here. Every corner hides a knife, every handshake hides a lie. And in this world, every choice demands a sacrifice. Russell's character knows the war ahead will not just be fought with fists or guns, it will be fought with trust, with secrets, with the fragile bond between two people who cannot decide if they are allies or enemies. And as the rain continues to fall, Madison waits. The city has always thrived on conflict, but this time, the cost will be higher. This time, survival will not be enough. This time, the truth itself may burn. Madison does not forgive. It waits quietly until the right moment comes, and then it takes what you value most. The city has always played by its own rules, and those who try to bend them end up broken. Russell's character knows this too well. He carries the weight of every decision like a scar etched into his soul. Yet, even with years of survival behind him, this moment feels different. It feels heavier. The air is sharper, the nights are longer, and every silence seems to whisper that the city is preparing for something far worse than it has ever seen. The new syndicate does not simply fight for power, they fight for control of time itself. They move fast, tearing through businesses, networks, and alliances with merciless precision. They have resources, connections, and no fear of exposure. They don't operate from the shadows. They operate in plain sight, daring anyone to stop them. Each strike they make is calculated, a warning to the city. We're already here. And Madison listens, trembling under their command. Russell's character follows their trail, but each step takes him closer to truths he doesn't want to face. He finds blood on the streets, buildings burned to the ground, and old allies who now stand with the enemy. Betrayal spreads faster than loyalty, and he realizes that this war isn't just against criminals, it's against the very system that has always allowed them to thrive. The city itself seems to resist him, pushing him deeper into despair. For every clue he finds, another door closes. For every ally he trusts, another dagger waits at his back. And then there is Herb Pfeiffer's character. She drifts in and out of his world like smoke, never staying long enough to be fully seen, never leaving without leaving a mark. One night, she offers him a lead, a name whispered through the dark. Another night, she vanishes, her absence louder than her words. He cannot decide if she's guiding him towards salvation or pushing him into ruin. Each time he sees her, his resolve is shaken. Each time she turns away, his fear grows heavier. Her connection to the syndicate is undeniable. The way they move. Around her, the silence that follows her presence, the fear in the eyes of those who speak her name, it all points to a truth he cannot bring himself to accept. She may be part of them. She may be leading him into the very heart of their trap. And yet, when he looks at her, he sees something else, a flicker of resistance, a shadow of pain, the mark of someone carrying a secret too heavy for one soul alone. The city becomes a chessboard, each player moving pieces in a game where there can be no winners. Russell's character pushes forward, but every move feels like it costs him something: time, blood, trust. The lines blur between enemy and ally, between justice and revenge. He finds himself standing at crossroads where every path is lined with danger. And still he walks on, because Madison has left him no choice. The storm grows worse. Sirens scream through the night, glass shatters across empty streets, and fire lights up the skyline like a second sun. The city is no longer just a backdrop to his struggle. It is alive, breathing, demanding answers. And in the center of it all, Pfeiffer's character holds the key. She knows something the syndicate fears, something worth killing for, but whether she intends to share it or bury it forever, no one can tell. Russell's character feels the walls closing in. He knows the next step he takes could be his last. The line between justice and destruction has thinned to nothing, and his heart pounds with the knowledge that one mistake, one misplaced trust, could bring Madison crashing down for good. The city waits. Betrayal waits, and in the silence between thunder and lightning, he finally understands this war is not about power, or money, or even survival. It is about truth, and truth, in Madison, is the most dangerous weapon of all. Madison holds its breath. The storm that once whispered now roars, shaking the streets with thunder and fire. This is no longer a city, it is a battlefield. Every corner burns with secrets, every shadow hides an enemy, and the skyline itself seems to shatter under the weight of the truth. The night is alive, but not with life, it is alive with war. And in the heart of it all stands a man who has given everything to this place, and a woman who may decide its fate. Russell's character has reached the edge. His hands carry the weight of too many choices, his eyes the memory of too many ghosts. The city has stripped him of allies, tested his will, and pushed him closer to breaking than ever before. Yet in this moment, standing against the syndicate that threatens to consume Madison whole, he feels something different, not weakness, not despair, but clarity. He knows the fight ahead is not about victory or defeat. It is about refusing to let the city fall without resistance. Even if the cost is his life, he will stand. Across the city, Pfeiffer's character walks alone. She is not untouched by the storm. Her steps are slower now, her silence heavier. The syndicate watches her carefully, knowing she carries something that could destroy them. She is no stranger to power, but the weight she holds now is unlike anything she has carried before. The truth she protects has teeth sharper than any blade, and eyes sharper than any enemy. It is a truth that can end the war, but only if she chooses to release it. For her, this choice is not simple. To reveal it is to burn bridges that can never be rebuilt. To bury it is to let Madison bleed until nothing remains. The city watches them both. One moves through fire, the other through silence, and together their paths draw closer until they can no longer avoid each other. When they meet, it is not with soft words or trust. It is with the sharpness of doubt, the raw edge of fear. Russell's character wants answers, demands them, but Pfeiffer's eyes hold a storm of their own. She has lived too long in the grip of secrets to surrender them easily. The tension between them is not just about truth, it is about survival. If she gives him the key she holds, she places her life in his hands. If she withholds it, she condemns the city to ruin. And still, the syndicate closes in. Their power is not just in guns or money, it is in fear. They have infected Madison, turned neighbor against neighbor, friend against friend. They know the city bends easily when it is afraid, and they intend to snap it in two. Their final move is already in play, a strike that will not only claim lives but erase any chance of resistance. Madison will belong to them or it will burn trying. Russell's character steps into this final storm with nothing left to lose. His gun feels heavy, but his conviction heavier. He knows the syndicate will not stop, not until the city bows. And he knows the only way forward is through them, even if it means walking into the fire alone. Yet, as he prepares to take that step, he sees her again, Pfeiffer's character, standing with the truth she has carried for so long. Her choice is clear now. She cannot run, she cannot hide. The city has reached its breaking point, and so has she. When their paths join, the world slows. The storm outside rages, the city screams. But for a moment, there is only silence between them. Trust has been a luxury neither could afford, but in this moment, trust is the only weapon left. She gives him the truth not in words, but in action. A key handed over, a secret revealed, a choice made. And with that, the final war begins. The night explodes with fire and gunfire, with betrayal and sacrifice. The syndicate fights with all the power they hold, but for the first time, Madison fights back not with fear, but with defiance. Russell's character moves like a man unshackled. Every step a refusal to surrender. Pfeiffer's character stands beside him, no longer in shadows, but in the storm, her silence broken by the weight of truth unleashed by dawn. Madison is forever changed. The streets are scarred, the skyline broken, but something new lingers in the air, not victory, not peace, but survival. The city breathes again, fragile but alive. Russell's character stands where the battle ended, his body worn, his soul heavy, but his eyes alive with a fire that never died. Pfeiffer's character is there too, no longer a mystery, but a partner in a fight that has cost them both everything. And as the sun rises over Madison, the truth is clear. Trust is not a gift. Trust is not a weakness. In Madison, trust is war. And war is never truly over.